How's it going, everybody? It's your boy C4 here. My girlfriend told me to do that new intro because I guess I do. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 here. Too much, but we're here today talking about the grades from the Philadelphia Eagles' crushing defeat, back-to-back weeks, back-to-back losses to divisional rivals, back-to-back losses that are very influential on the potential playoff race, where I firmly believe the second-place team in the NFC East will get one of the two wildcard spots. And much like last week, aside from the really trolly Cowboy fans, I was like, oh my god, we sucked. No, the Eagles blew a 10-point lead last week when we lost to the Cowboys. This week, those horrible, absolutely horrible fourth down calls. We left, well, okay, we'll give them credit. They blocked one of the field goals. That's 3 points off the board. But we left 6 points off the board. That would have been essentially 9 points, because if we got those 6 points earlier, we would have got a late field goal when we got the ball back. So all the pressure would have been on the Giants to win in front of their home crowd. And we saw, when there was a little bit of pressure in that game, what happened to Eli Manning? 4 touchdowns when the game was well in doubt in the hands and control of the Giants. Then when it came to the crucial situation, Eli Manning threw that interception to Jordan Hicks. So that's the kind of situation you have to put the Giants in to win. And because Doug Pederson had horrible, horrible play calling back-to-back weeks, we're now sitting at 4-4. Obviously, the game started off like an absolute fucking shitstorm when, back-to-back drives, Carson Wentz threw an interception. One of them was brought back for a pick six. I don't know which pick six that was. It was actually, no, there wasn't even a pick six. The first interception went to Landon Collins. Odell Beckham Jr. got a touchdown. Then the second pick, I don't know who the fuck got it, some random guy. Then they threw a touchdown to this guy named Roger Lewis. And very much in the same fashion that Jason Witten got wide open in overtime last week, where our two defensive backs collided into one another, which that falls back on to Jim Schwartz. I mean, my God. What was fucking Jalen Watkins do on the field? He was on the field for most of the first half. No one was hurt. McLeod wasn't hurt. Jenkins wasn't hurt. So why is our third, maybe fourth safety on the field so much? That was very, very frustrating. Ryan Matthews got a touchdown in the second quarter. Kenyon Barner got another rushing touchdown. And then we had 2 field goals from Sturgis. So they decided, maybe, hey, we fucked up earlier by not going for the field goals and putting the points on the board. And what was definitely going to be a close game. I got to hear the press conference to find out his reasoning for that. Because Sturgis has been one of the best kickers in the NFL this season. So, again, I had to throw it up. I can't be like that typical Eagle fan that's going to blame this loss on everyone but the Eagles. Last week, we got beat by the better team. But the synopsis, if you will, of that game was the Eagles blowing a 10-point lead, not the Dallas Cowboys winning. And this one here is the Giants beat us, but it comes down to Doug Pederson not taking the points. That's why we lost that game. If not, we're ahead. That game would be 26, 29, 30, 31, 32. We would have been up 32-28 with the Giants having probably around less than a minute to go down, and 38, 39, 40. They had to get a touchdown. They would have had to get a fucking touchdown. So once again, I think Max Kellerman said it perfectly last week, where the Philadelphia Eagles and their rookie lost to the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't the rookie quarterback, Carson Wentz. It was the rookie head coach, Doug Pederson. And once again, his inability to call a balanced game. Maybe it's the pressure of the Philadelphia media. I know they're a really, really, rabid media base. But the fact that, you're obvious field goal situations, and they don't think I'm aggressive? I'm going to fucking show them who's aggressive. We're going to have fucking Carson Wentz run onto the outside and lose 7 yards on a fourth down run, which is awful. Let's have Darren Sproles, our fucking 5'1" midget running back, try to go between the tackles and gain 3 yards on 4th and 3. It was very, very, the play calling was fucking awful. And, I gave Doug the benefit of the doubt last week and said that a lot of the blame has to go on our wide receivers. And that stayed true here today. Our wide receivers could not make a goddamn play. Bryce Treggs looked like, maybe he could be a good change of pace wide receiver. But I didn't see enough of him this week to say, oh my God, he can be our Lord and Savior on this offense. Paul Turner, I don't even know if he was active or not. DGB simply could not beat his man. Aguilar was horrendous once again. And I don't really know who to put fault on that last one when Wentz took the shot in the end zone to Jordan Matthews. I don't know if maybe we had a really good wide receiver to be able to make that play, or maybe that was overall a bad pass, a tough pass from Carson Wentz. But if we just had, a better fucking wide receiving core, I think these losses would definitely be wins, or at least, I can't even say it'd be closer losses, because all these losses are still incredibly close. So looking at the grades, Carson Wentz, 27 of 47, 364 yards, and no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I'll give him, C+. Threw the ball deep. That was a big question about him playing it safe and throwing checkdowns. The fact that he threw it deep, the interceptions were totally his fault. I actually didn't really see the first one. Can you stop making sounds, please? I have my girlfriend back here with her ADD, just for some reason getting a fucking one-person clap going. The first interception, I didn't actually see it, but I'm gonna probably throw both those interceptions on Carson Wentz, so we'll give him a C+. For the run game, we got Darren Sproles with 13 attempts, 57 yards. Smallwood had 2 attempts for 25. Why didn't he get more touches? Matthews had 5 attempts for 15 yards and a touchdown. Barner had 1 attempt for 3 yards and a touchdown. For the running backs, we'll give them, again, I'll say probably C+. Wide receivers, again, man, the stats look a little bit better than last week, obviously, but that's because we threw the ball a little bit different. But still, we could not make plays when it counted. Ertz for 8 receptions, 97 yards. Jordan Matthews, 6 receptions for 88 yards. Treggs with 2 receptions for 69. Trey Burton, 3 for 55. Aguilar had 4 for 41 and a fucking fumble that he's luckily enough, he's so goddamn fucking oblivious that he just, oh, look, I fell, I'm going to stumble to the ground and just managed to fall back on my fumble. Wide receivers are getting a C-. No one can make a play. Sturgis, 3 of 4 for his field goal attempts. One of them was blocked. He's still been absolute fire for us this season. So we'll give him, what the fuck are you doing? My girlfriend is sitting cross-legged on my couch, rocking back and forth like she's in a mental institution. Donnie Jones had a great day punting. Special teams was great. I mean, Darren Sproles was unlucky to step out of bounds there on one of the punt returns that could have been a touchdown. So I'm going to give special teams, I'll give them an A-, if we will. So then what does that leave us? With the defensive side of the ball, defense did not play very well today, let's be honest. Bradham had 10 tackles. Jalen Watkins had 9 tackles. Hicks had 7 tackles and an interception. Very good interception. Mind you, Destiny Veo had a sack. Nolan Carroll had a really, really crazy and confusing-looking interception. But overall, man, we did not get enough pressure on Eli Manning, which is definitely a key to this game. And I think our defense did fall a little bit short. But then again, our offense was putting them in precarious positions. They were on the field quite a bit. I give the defense overall a C grade for this week. But overall, man, this was not the kind of performance that's going to get it done against a divisional rival that is as solid as the New York Giants. And now we're bottom dwellers of the NFC East. Fucking drink it in. Don't you love being down here at the bottom? It's fucking great. Like Drake said, started at the bottom and now we're still at the bottom. So, another fucking just heartbreaking loss. It's fucking very, very frustrating to see. You know, not only we're getting out coach Doug Pederson. It literally, what happened on this fucking bye week? It's literally like we're the fucking Minnesota Vikings back in like 2002, and on their bye week they had that fucking boat cruise that everyone was drunk and there's drugs and all that shit, underage women, and the team went downhill from there. That is literally something like that must have happened on this bye week, because this team is not the same team. This is not the same team we saw dominate the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is not the same team that was, having very, very well balanced game plan and attack from Doug Pederson. This is just a shade of themselves, which makes no sense. But maybe the loss of Lane Johnson is really, really bad, and we were just kind of underselling it. But man, this is fucking really bad. But the theme of the season is that the Philadelphia Eagles play bad and lose to teams that they should really be competitive with, and they somehow play really, really good against teams we fully expect them to get shit pumped. So next week's the Atlanta Falcons, led by Matt Ryan and that really explosive offense. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman. So, I mean, on paper, we're probably going to get killed. And somehow the Philadelphia Eagles are probably going to win this game by 20 points somehow. So, fingers crossed that can actually happen so we can go to 5-4. But, man, this is... The season started out great, but the November really separates the contenders from the pretenders, and it looks like the Philadelphia Eagles are very much that. It's as much as we want to twist the success of Carson Wentz and how good he really has looked, we're still a team in the rebuild, and unless something changes, which I don't see, our wide receivers aren't magically going to break those bricks off where their hands should be, and the play calling's not going to magically become incredible again. But we're probably got to have a slow end of the season. But hopefully we can change it. Giants, again, man, I think we outplayed the Giants, especially in the second half, and we would have took the points and we could have got them. The result definitely would have been different. But fucking loss does not suck any less, and it's very much that, a loss. So, let me know what you guys thought about the game. To all your Giants fans, there's probably a couple of you out there. Congrats on the victory. Must have been a little bit scary though at the end there, where classic Eli Manning throwing the interception because he's a fucking turnover machine. But yeah, we'll do it again next time in the link, and hopefully the results a little bit better. So that does it for me today, guys. Streams coming next week. Tuesday for sure. Probably Wednesday. Definitely we'll get 2 in next week. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, it's your boy C4 and
Kayla.
She was fucking retired. All right, goodbye.